Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to 321 No Kidding. It is August 8th, and it's another one of my very, 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 very dear friends' birthdays today. Today is Jessica's birthday, so we're going to give her a big, big shout out. Oh, I think she's actually 45 today. Not that she'd want me to tell people that, but it's okay. I'm sure she's not caught up in listening. But much love to Jess. This week it always cracks me up because there's a handful of people that are like just super dear friends. And I could, if best wasn't so exclusive, I could almost call them, all my best friends, or they're my best friends at different roles in my life. Like they're all unique and stuff. And it just cracks me up, the people I attract, that 4 of them have birthdays within the span of 10 days. It starts with Tara and it goes all the way through August 9th. It's just very interesting to me. So I don't know if it has something to do with our personalities. And then 2 of my other ones are on the same exact day in June. So really interesting, the kind of people that I attract into my space, but I'm grateful for each and every one of them. Okay, let's see what the reading has in store for us today. It's a quote from E.E. Cummings. "Let all go, dear, so comes love." The concept of letting go, surrendering so change will occur in our lives, is not new to us. Our addicted life required complete surrender to our drug of choice. For us, gambling. Physical, emotional, and spiritual sacrifices were demanded of us on a daily basis. These sacrifices gained us nothing but pain and isolation and self-hate. Yet we clung to them, afraid to let go. We still have a daily duty now, a duty to our recovery. Our most important task is to understand and accept what we cannot control: our addiction, other people, the past, the weather, and turn them over to a higher power. I got to tell you a silly story about the weather. How satisfying surrender and sobriety is today. What relief we feel when we turn our cares over to God, knowing He will help us find a new way to live. In surrender, we discover and claim serenity, fellowship, integrity, accountability, peace, focus, and the love of a higher power. Today, help me let go of at least one thing I cannot change. And here comes the yawns. Woof, woof. Okay. So the weather, not being able to control the weather, that made me chuckle because when Karen and I go walking, she may tell me that the next day it's going to rain. And I'm like, oh no, I'll cancel the rain for us to walk. And it's become a running joke that I control the weather. The scary thing is that like 90% of the time, what I say happens. So it's kind of a joke. So I try to cancel the rainy days when we don't need them, or turn up the heat or turn down the wind. Yeah, there's a lot of variables. There was something else in here that I really connected with. So the idea of letting go and surrendering, like not trying to be the boss and control of everything, is really a game changer if you utilize it and believe it. Oh my God. It takes a lot of energy and power and endurance to try to be in control of everything and to hang on to all the things that we can't control. Like, why would you want to waste your energy? Do you have enough energy to hang on to things that you actually can have zero impact on? Or do you want to use that energy on things that can propel you to go forward in life, or to make change, or to, that energy can be used for your family, for your job. There's just so many things that energy can be used for. So it's almost that simple. Is if you let go of the things that you can't control, you have more energy and time and motivation to work on the things you can. And this reading, calling it out, our most important task is to understand and accept what we cannot control. the addiction, the other people, the past, the weather, and turn it over to higher power. So I'm reading a Joel Osteen book, and it says here in our reading, what a relief we'll feel when we turn our cares over to God, knowing he will help us find a new way to live. And in this chapter I happen to be reading from Joel Osteen, it has to do with not getting what you want on your terms, but then God showing up and over delivering. Like, there was a story where someone was really sick, and I'm going to mess this up. So as far as names, but the two ladies wrote to Jesus and said, hey, can you come save this guy? And Jesus didn't come, and he didn't show up till 4 days after he died. And the ladies were all upset, like, hey, you could have saved him. Well, instead he resurrected him, which, like, Jesus over delivered and exceeded expectations is essentially kind of the way to look at it. And that's the way Joel Osteen was laying it out in the book. He gave a bunch of examples of this where, there was all this bad and you think that you want this simple, good result. But then when something extraordinary happens, he gave credit to God, and it was about, the context of it was about God kind of showing off that he can exceed and stuff. So if we surrender, we have a chance. So let's say that all that's true. And you guys know I have my universe. I haven't bought into quite everything surrounding God and religion yet. And they're mutually exclusive, actually. So, but whatever works for you. But if you think about it that way, what if there's something out there that can make things happen that we can't even imagine? That's a pretty badass thought. It's one I never had when I was gambling, I can tell you that. And our thing for today, our focus for today, I'm sorry, I'm skipping parts. Excuse me. In surrender, we discover and claim, and I love these things because I didn't have all of these things before. Serenity, fellowship, integrity, accountability, even though that could be annoying sometimes, peace, focus, and then the love of the higher power. Today, help me let go of at least one thing I cannot change. So I am going to go to Massachusetts now and spend the day with relatives. So I'm sure I'm going to come across a thing or two that I cannot change that I will have to let go. I love them all. I'm going to be playing golf, which I'm sure will give me another opportunity to help me let go of things I cannot change, like if I go in the dirt or the water or whatever. So I have a lot of opportunities to practice. I'm going to be driving, so I have traffic to contend with. So my apologies. I'm really getting frustrated by this. I don't know if it's the room or what, guys. Why I'm yawning every 2 seconds. It's not like I'm not sleeping. My Fitbit said I slept 8 or 9 hours. Maybe not that much last night. But anyway, I sleep. And I'm yawning at you in the morning and at the night. So I really don't think it's you. I think it's something wacky in this room. Because it doesn't seem to happen in other rooms. Anyway. Apologies for that. All right. I am going to go finish packing and hit the road. Have a great day. I will have the next part of the Dharma recovery out for you tonight. And I hope that you're having a great time or day or weekend, wherever you are. I gotta remember that you might not be listening to this on the Saturday that I did it. So a little reminder of myself, but have a beautiful day, guys. Talk soon.